Feel good. Feels good to be back.
Kind of what's your expectations for this week?
Get out, practice hard, get everybody ready to play this week, and go out and get the dub. It's a big week for us.
What do you remember about the game last year?
We started off really slow. We weren't really executing like we could have in the first half. I think it was like 10-0 going into halftime, and then we kind of turned it on a little bit. We had 2 turnovers. I know I turned one over. Cavante turned one over. Didn't really change the game too much. We were able to come back out and capitalize on the things that we got, the opportunities that we got. But I mean that's pretty much how it was last year.
Do you feel?
You talked about having trouble, getting to their linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see with them? Are they athletic or is that
yeah,
athletic?
they can get to the ball. It's kind of like they anticipated a little bit, but they definitely fly to the ball, fly to the pitch. So we're gonna have to make some guys miss.
What was it like watching the whole game like that on the sideline? I know how much of a competitor you are. I imagine that was probably tough.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it was exciting at the same time just to be able to, see how hard the guys work during the week, and then see them get out there on a primetime game and just see it all come through. And the guys play really hard. Tobias did an awesome job. I mean, I was super proud of them. The guys, on the perimeter blocked their butts off. The guys up front blocked their butts off. I mean, I thought they played really well. So it was definitely different, but it was fun just being in that atmosphere and just being able to see the guys be successful.
What was your communication with Tobias during the game? Did you guys talk much during the game? Give him any tips, help, anything like that?
Yeah, I just tried to congratulate him every time he came out the field, and then if it was some things that I saw on the side that maybe I could give him a few pointers on to kind of help him out throughout the game, I would let him know. But other than that, just talk about what he was seeing on the field and just kept him encouraged and told him to keep balling out because he was doing an awesome job.
Beginning of the year, we were bugging you guys about winning on the road. Now you have a chance to win your 3rd straight on the road. How good does that feel now?
It feels good. We know that this game is a big one for us. It's a great opportunity for us to get to 5 and get closer to being bowl eligible. So it's a really big game for us, and we're really focused on this one and this one only. So our goal this week is to go 1-0. So I think everybody will be locked in and ready to go on Saturday.
Physically, kind of where are you at? Do you feel like you're close to 100%, 50%? Like where do you feel like you are right now?
I'm closer to 100. I feel pretty good. I was able to rest up, so that's always good, especially being in the middle of the season. You don't really get that opportunity too often, so I feel pretty good.
What was the nature of your injury you had?
It was just an upper body injury.
Chris, watching the game, it seemed like it was it was so well executed, and the play calling seemed like it was on point. It was almost like it didn't almost kind of feel like that you had them on a yo-yo. They went one way, you guys went the other, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think we out-physicaled them, really. I think probably about maybe closer to the end of the second quarter, getting closer to the half, I could just tell how gassed they were because we were having long drives, and just the guys, everybody on the field was just being really physical. So I think we kind of tired them out that way. But I think Coach Johnson called a great game. Like I said, guys are really blocking for each other, blocking really hard, and being really physical. So it worked in our favor.
What's your expectation for your playing time on Saturday? Do you have one?
Not really. Gonna practice like I normally do, practice hard, motivate everyone. I'm gonna practice like I normally would during the week. So I'll be ready to go on Saturday.
I guess it helps to finally, after halfway through the year, you finally have a cohesive unit up front blocking. Nobody's hurt anymore. You got Coop back, Marshall's back, so that's a big plus for the team.
Oh yeah, it's awesome just being able to see those guys come back and they're actually healthy and going out there and just having fun with the game and just playing really hard. So it's always good when you can have everybody on the field that's healthy or close to 100 because I know in the past we've kind of struggled with keeping guys healthy or guys being healthy in general. So it's always awesome just having that there.
What do you, Quinney and Hanson are the 2 new guys. How are they progressing?
They're doing an awesome job. I think those guys are being physical. They're grasping everything really well. When they have questions, they ask. And it's not just the offensive line or the coaches. They're asking, the skilled guys, or they're asking me. I think they're taking everything in really well, and when corrections are needed, I think they do an awesome job of making them.
Curious, what do you think about your chances to win the Coastal still? You had the 3 losses, but it seemed like you guys...
It's pretty crazy how the division's going just week in and week out. Some of the teams that are winning and some of the teams that are losing. I don't think we can really, focus on that too much right now because we're still trying to get to 6. That's the ultimate goal. But things can fall our way, and we end the season the way we really want to end it, and we can end up being in Charlotte. So I think it's a possibility, and that'd be awesome. But I think the first goal is to get to 6, and then the rest of it to take care of itself.
Do you have a feel for, I guess, kind of the way the offense is rolling and how to kind of put yourself into some of the things that Tobias was doing? And you guys run similar plays against Louisville, actually, and it seems like you can probably visualize how to do the same kind of thing.
Yeah, we run the same plays in practice, so, we can both do the same thing. We're kind of the same type player, very elusive, can make people miss, so, yeah, for sure.
Is it easier now? Coach has pulled the playbook back quite a bit, and it seems like you guys are trying to just focus on executing at a high level versus having maybe 10 or 15 things that you guys do. You're doing 5, maybe 6 a game. Is that?
Yeah, I think he slims the playbook down a little bit week in and week out just so we can make sure we're honed in on those specific things so that we can perfect it. And then when we go into the game, we kind of just execute the game plan and everything just works in our favor.
Did you have all the reps with the ones today, or did you guys split it, or how did?
We were both going back and forth, so he was getting some reps, I was getting some reps. That's how it normally is. So
Narrowing down the number of plays, does that help the offensive line too?
Yeah, I think it makes everyone, know what their assignment is. Everyone's locked in, so it's a lot easier when there's not going to be a ton of plays or a ton of things that you need to, remember or anything like that, your assignment. So I think it's beneficial for everyone.
What do you think about having a game where you might throw the ball 5 times or a couple times as opposed to 10, 15?
Sometimes that's how it is. I think in the Louisville game, we didn't throw the ball that much and had a lot of yards on the ground. This past week, didn't throw the ball that much, had a lot of yards on the ground. So I don't think it's anything new. I think we throw the ball when we need to throw the ball. If the rush game is working, then we just keep running the ball until they can stop it.
Anything else for TaQuon?
Here's the offensive line. Have you noticed that they kind of create their own energy? I guess maybe it started with Parker, that they kind of get each other going in practice and probably also in games.
Yeah, they're juiced up. I kind of get them riled up a little bit. Well, really, I start with Parker because I know he's one of the juice guys on the offensive line. But I get them riled up at practice, and then from there it kind of just trickles down to everybody. And then from there, the guys are locked in, and they're just having. I think the most important thing about it is they're just having fun, and when you're having fun, you're not as tense, and things come a lot easier to you.
What do you do to get them?
I just start talking junk to them, just say a couple things. I won't say that in the media, but yeah, we try to have a little fun with it at practice, just so it's not always so serious.